It was so funny because soon as they were just like, he should now let the party begin. Who's first? These dispersed. Even Dende beat feet. Dende picked up on them signs.
You on your own, Vegeta. You the Super Saiyan, right? Gotta go.
They end up doing like a little power class shit. So
I like how this whole time too, Frieza keeps being like pretend amazed at people's power. Because when they had that little clash, you can see Frieza's scouter going off, and he's like, "No way, it can't be. You are still at base form." Like, nigga.
I ain't even really like base. That's like lower -4 base.
Yeah, his base is his actual quote unquote final form, because that is his base.
As a kid, when he charged up a little bit and then he broke his Saiyan armor, I thought that was his next form.
I did too. We all did.
And then episode ended. That next episode is at Fighting Power 1 million. I'm like, just ripping off a little bit of armor? I could understand. Just think about it. You at the bus stop in 3rd grade, you fight another 3rd grader and this whooping your ass. Then this grow up to be a sophomore. You see the look on his face when he saw like Frieza getting taller?
Yeah, he was like, I really fucked up, dog. I need to start taking my vitamins and stop eating birds whole. And the coldest shit I think I've ever seen. Frieza's like, hey Vegeta, so my power level's over 1 million now. You bullshitting, shut your ass up. Frieza holds his hand up and said, watch this. Flexes his fucking fingers and destroys the landscape. I was like, oh,
after that,
my God.
Vegeta did not want problems. So he was like, so I'm not taking any volunteers? So I will pick myself. Straight at fucking Krillin.
Horn through the fucking gut. That's one of the most torturous scenes. Like, it looked grueling when he shoved his horn even deeper through.
Blood was going everywhere because everybody had Krillin's blood on them. And then Gohan like, flew up, got smacked the shit out about that tail. And then he making jokes and nobody was moving. He's like, oh, ride him, cowboy. Ooh, we doggy. And he just slung this off of his horn, let this fly into the water. And Gohan, bruh, this combo Gohan did was tough. Cause he started that shit off with a kick to the head. Monk. Then mink that with the right. Uppy to the stomachs. Uppies to the stomach. Uppercut to the face. Tap dance in this stomach. Kicked him away. This was so mad. This just started spamming everybody's moves. Crush a ball. He said, Jace move? He shot that bitch and Frieza was like, bro, I've seen this move 100 times. Block that bitch. He put his hands down. This Gohan for Sengon. Boom. Right in his face. And then he hit that shit and shot the beams. Vegeta like, this doing my move too?
And then did a fucking throwable Masenko.
I don't even know what the fuck he threw. He said, here's my anger, my love, and my passion erupting. Bro, I was like, bro, this wrong anime, but you doing it. I swear it looked like he caught a body because that Frieza was halfway buried.
As Vegeta's just staring at him like, what in the fuck is this boy?
Soon as that shit didn't work, Gohan thought shit was still sweet. When he kicked, I think he like hit him and then grabbed him by the hair and then kicked this to the ground. It was just face to the ground. I didn't even know it was that gruesome because when he knocked Gohan to the ground, he put his foot on Gohan's head and you hear the cracking of his skull.
Yes.
And then right when he was doing that, Krillin showed up with a motherfucking Destructo disc. He had to backflip it. And then he was just like, bro, how are you handling this being impaled? Are you good? How the fuck did this happen?
He said, don't worry about it.
He said, this how I eat ass.
Nah, when he was throwing those Destructo discs,
he threw the one and it disconnected.
That shit was hard.
He's like, all right, feet. Took off. Frieza chased behind him. So he flew him over, found this like half-cracked mountain and just started using that shit to like
attempt to hide.
Yeah.
Frieza started playing it with him. He's like, ooh, a good game of cat and mouse.
And he was like, I'm getting sick of this shit. Shot a beam in the middle of that shit, smoked him out. Krillin tried to take off. Frieza caught up, and he was like, I was waiting for this shit, nigga. Solar flare! Caught his dumb ass. Then he took back off. When Frieza showed back up, Gohan like peered back up, and he was like, this nigga back up, and he's shining? This nigga was pretty far in the air.
Parting water. He parted that water so hard.
The water was cracking the land.
That Zenkai was crazy. How bad did Frieza beat your ass?
How?
Even Vegeta was like, Super Saiyan.
I was like, bro, stop using that word.
Stop saying this shit.
Frieza pulled up. He was like, all right, time to get this shit started. As soon as they was about to fly in, Piccolo, oral farming with meanest fucking entrance. The sound he made when he finally stopped sounded like a Honda dying. It just... He ended up flying to the ground.
When he first landed on the ground, like Dende, Go hide.
He said, he know my name? Everybody know me. What the fuck am I talking about? Shit, my money taller than me. Piccolo and Frieza started thumping. This is why I say at certain times, like Frieza talks shit, but when it comes to trying to beat you, he does not toy. No. Because he hits Piccolo down into like a little rock. No arrogant smile, nothing. This went to work like he was welding.
How you start a ki blast on your face?
It's supposed to be a 9 to 5, but I'm working overtime.
This Piccolo stands up from the rubble like that's all you got?
Not to tear on my outfit, nigga. The fuck wrong with you? He flew up to this Piccolo. Piccolo just standing there. But he punched this so hard, he went through this nigga. Wow!
But the thing about that part is, Frieza held his fist up first so he could see his fist and then punch through his head.
That cape didn't know how to flap.
The cape was still in place.
Bruh, that shit forgot physics. He double axe handled him so hard to the ground, now his clothes was fucked up. He was just like, oh, okay, you ain't playing. You got me bleeding. Took off the head, took off the shoulder pads, took the kufi off, charged up, and started wailing on this nigga.
That charge up looks so
beautiful, bro.
That shit was gorgeous.
This is for all the people that you killed on Namek. And started wearing Frieza out. And he hit him with that one move. Caught him in that motherfucking move that everybody starts to do now by flying him down, slammed him onto the ground. He said, for better measure, Vegeta like, everybody doing my move now. Y'all pressing triangle. I am pressing triangle. So everybody's just like, yeah, he killed Frieza, yeah.
How many times did they say that? That was the third most used phrase this whole 10 episodes.
After that shit, him and Frieza was in the air, they flew down. He was just like, hey, Green Man, impressive. But you ain't get a chance to hit your homeboys. This isn't my first transformation. I got 2 left. So I'm about to do this shit again.
And in one of the several moments, they just allow him to stand there and transform.
Vegeta didn't. He went to Krillin, shoot me. What the fuck? We need you too. He was like, no, man, shoot me. And then during the third transformation, boy,
he wore Piccolo out.
And he was just like, oh, because he figured out he was stronger. Piccolo flew away. He was just like, yeah, he ain't gonna catch me because I got superior speed. Frieza right there waiting. You think that your superior speed is good, huh? Well, just so you don't run away, I'm gonna do one of the moves that I enjoy doing. Kneecap. Pa! He's like, ah! Yeah! He said, oh, that took you all the way out. How about you get 1,000? Put it out. Put it on, pum, 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 pum. Get it up, that dunk. And a lit put a pum, pum, pum. Blowing
this nigga made a whole trap beat on Piccolo's chest.
Goku was in that healing chamber. He was like, why is Piccolo power level 7? Gohan went to fly at him. The episode ended. Broken heart won't do. The episode came back and he was doing different combinations with them beams. He's like, underhand, overhand, left curve, slider. I was like, he said, 64 trigrams, Frieza palm. I was just like, it's making up moves against you. He says, is the little one coming? Boom! Hit this Piccolo harder. And then this tries to go up against Frieza. And I think this was a Masenko he did. A one-hander. Gohan started really pushing that shit. And tail hit the ground. And shit. Gohan was still pushing that shit.
He's like, nah, I gotta stop playing now. Shoots that shit back at Gohan. And that's when Piccolo comes in and deflects it.
I thought if I'm being real, I thought he smacked it at first. But he shot a beam to hit it away. After Piccolo dodged, like, deflected the beam, he started going to his fourth form, and that's when they brought, like, cause Piccolo couldn't make it, so Gohan had to fly him over to Dende. He goes over there, heals Piccolo, right? In the midst of him transforming, he realizes that Dende was the healer.
Oh boy, you just wait till I'm done. Piccolo, Krillin, and Gohan were having a whole conversation after he finished powering up, waiting for the dust to settle. It was like, he's gonna be the most hideous, transformed, powerful thing we've ever seen. And then the dust settled. He's like, why he look like a Power Ranger villain?
In the midst of Dende healing Vegeta, he was like, thanks, kicked this little and then ran back to the fight. Gohan and Krillin was just like, bro, this weak as a bitch. This got all these transformations, still no hair. You ain't got hair either. This is a choice, Gohan. This is me showing my dedication.
To the monkhood. They didn't even see it happen. Dende was just on the ground.
Just smoke coming from him.
Now for the rest of you, they start all trying to bank him. That shit is doing nothing.
He dodging all that shit, staying in one place.
That's the one time they actually tried to bank him. By this point, it's too late.
Yeah, he was way too fucking strong then.
Way ahead of y'all by this point. Y'all should have done that in phase 2.
And then Vegeta kept talking like he was saying he was Super Saiyan, so Frieza was like, prove it.
Fight me.
Prove you a Super Saiyan.
What's up?
He said, Vegeta, this is gonna pain me more than this pains you. The hardest I ever seen, this ain't hard, but the saddest I ever seen from Vegeta is when he fully realized that he was not Frieza's equal. All he could do was cry. Real tears.
I went through so much for this moment, and
my arrogance got me killed.
I gave you the opportunity before. You didn't take it. You called me all types of names. I'm gonna fuck you up now.
He beat the dog shit out of Vegeta. I shouldn't have told him to transform in the first place.
He liver shot this 70 times.
Bruh, he scrambled his liver.
It was bleeding all over Frieza. He's still licking blood off his face. And they're just literally footsteps away. For even Frieza was look back at them and said, y'all can step in at any point in time.
No, I'm good. Just beating the shit out of him.
And Goku finally healed.